Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a great one. Here's a quick update on what I got going on. The all grain stout I did last week is still fermenting, and I'm getting ready to do a all extract stout. I had some leftover stuff from the kit that I bought, and I decided to go ahead and do a sweet potato stout. Here's a quick look at what I've got to go into that. And there's the 7 pounds of sweet potato puree now. It was been peeled. It was 12 pounds when we started off, and then we peeled it. Baked them for 2 hours at 300 degrees, got them all nice and caramelized, and then let them cool off. Mashed them up in a freezer bag, then I froze them so it would rupture all the cell walls of anything that was left. And what that does is it helps release the flavors and stuff too. And then the next day I pulled it out and stuck it in the fridge to let it thaw back out. And this comes from, most of what I've got here came in this oaked imperial stout all malt kit that I got from from True Brew. I got that from my local homebrew supply. It came with the dark 3.3 pound liquid malt extract, and it also came with a hopped dark 3.3 pound liquid malt extract and 1 pound of dark malt extract, and then I also bought an additional 3 pounds to put in it. And we went up to the fruit market this past weekend, and they had a real good deal on raw honey, so I went ahead and got a it's like 2 3/4 pounds of honey. Probably not going to put all that in there, probably just going to put like a pound in there. Last time I put the full mason jar in, it boosted the ABV up so high it was a little bit higher than where I wanted it to be, so I'm just gonna probably go with like 1 or 1.5 pounds on that. I got my brew pot over there on the stove heating up. Since I'm going to be doing this as an extract instead of an all grain, I don't need to get the big pot out. I've just got the 4-gallon pot with 2 gallons of water in it heating up. And then after that, once this gets up to about 170 degrees, I'm going to put the sweet potatoes in and let them steep for an hour, so any sugars that didn't get converted over during the bake will get converted over during the basically going to mash the potatoes like you would grains. And then after that mashes for an hour at 152 degrees, I will go ahead and throw my other ingredients in, do an hour boil, doing the hop additions as needed. And then after that, just standard, throw it in the fermenter after it cools off, and just wait for it to get done for a week or two, and then transfer it into a secondary, and that'll be it. Okay, I've put about 1.5 gallons of water in my pot and brought it up to almost boiling. Then I dumped in my 7 pounds of sweet potato and pretty much dissolved the puree. I've got my temperature around about a 154, which is pretty good. This is a cheap thin metal pot, so it's going to lose some heat during the hour it's going to sit. So you can see, nice and orange, smells wonderful. I'm going to let this mash for an hour, and then I'll add my extract, and then after that it'll just be pretty much business as usual. Okay, the sweet potatoes have been mashed for an hour at 152 degrees. I brought it up to near boil, put in the liquid malt extract. I've changed my mind. I don't want this one to be an imperial. I'm just going to do it as probably around a 6% or so stout, something a little more drinkable. I've already got an all grain imperial stout going. There's no need to have 2. So I left out the 3 pounds of dried malt extract. The dark, I'd only put the 1 pound of dried in, and the can of hopped and and the can of unhopped dark malt extract. So it's still got 7.6 pounds of extract in there. So it's still going to be pretty high. I put 4.4 ounces of dark chocolate in it, and I'm getting ready to do my first hop drop. I'm only going to do a 30-minute boil on this since one of the cans is already hopped, and I don't want to completely boil the delicate flavors of the sweet potato out. Doing an hour boil, I'm going to do a 15-minute nugget, and then I'm going to do a 5 or a in the last 10 minutes I'm going to do a ½ ounce. Let's see what we got here. It's a Styrian Golding. I'll do half of that at 10 minutes, then do a flame out and do the other half. And that's pretty much going to be it on that. Alright, we're down to the last 5 minutes. Got ½ ounce of Styrian Golding and 1 pound of honey left to go in here. And then we'll be wrapping this up. And FYI, 2 pounds of honey, or excuse me, 1 pound of honey is just a little bit short of 2 cups. If you don't have scales, you can use a cup. And just use like, if you got a 2 cupper, it's about ½ inch from the top. That'll help you out. And this is the chocolate I put in it. It's Mosher Roth Private Chocolatiers Premium Dark Chocolate, 85% cocoa. And there's 5 bars, net weight 4.4 ounces, 125 grams.